was recently recommended an awesome book. The book is called The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday, and I highly recommend it to all of you. I highly recommend Ryan Holiday to everybody. He's written a lot of awesome books like The Daily Stoic, Ego is the Enemy, and Stillness is Key. He's got a lot of books, a lot of great information, but I really like this book because it talks about obstacles and how we overcome them. The main premise of this book is the idea that we can't control what happens to us in life, but we can control how we respond to them. There's this ancient Stoic philosophy that talks about how you can turn your obstacles into the actual way or the path forward. And meaning using those obstacles and turning them into something else to help guide us, to help fuel us past things that we're struggling with. You know, we are always going to face obstacles in life. It's how we respond to them that determines how we get our outcome or what outcome we get. So the book is broken down into 3 sections. It's broken down into perception, action, and will. Perception is how we view the obstacle, how we see it. Your perception is different than my perception. We all see things differently. So we can look at the same obstacle, you and I, but we might look at it differently. We might see it differently. You might see it as an obstacle. I might see it as something as a stepping stone to help me get better, or a challenge to help myself get better. And the opposite for you. I might see something as an obstacle, and it happens all the time, especially ask my fiance. I might see something in the way, and she's very good at redirecting my perception to look at it in a different fashion. So perception is a huge part of turning an obstacle into something to help us. You might see something as an obstacle, but then you can ask yourself, how can I change my perception towards this? How can I make this better? It's the difference between saying, I think I can do this, and I can make this into something great. So the first part is perception. He then breaks it down into action. What are the actionable steps you can take to overcome an obstacle? There's always going to be something in your way, no matter what you're going for. Whether it's finding a new job, starting a business, being in a relationship, there's going to be something that's going to come up. You're going to face hardship. Once you've changed your perception on it, what are the actionable steps you can take to overcome that obstacle? So there's plenty of things that you can always do. You just have to be willing to think of them and then start moving towards them, start going through them. And that's what brings us to that last step, or the last stage that he talks about in the book, which is will. Now, will is a drive from the inside. It is a spirit that you have to overcome these obstacles. Zero action can be taken, or you can take action, but will is what makes you keep going in the face of an obstacle. It's what makes you smile when you see adversity, because you know you can get through it. You know it's going to suck. You know it's not going to be easy, but you know you can keep pushing through to reach that next level. So you have to have the will, the desire to say, I can get through this. It's going to suck, but no matter what, it's happened, and I can keep stepping forward. I have the power to not control what has happened to me, but to control how I respond to it, and I am choosing to respond in a positive way. So I highly recommend this book. It's a real quick read. It's about 170 pages. You can get through it pretty quickly, but there's a lot of great information, a lot of great quotes in it. So go check it out. The Obstacle is the Way. Highly recommend this one. I'm going to keep putting out some different book reviews that I read as the year goes on things that I think will help people if they read them. So keep paying attention to what I'm putting out. If I'm recommending it, it's something that I really think can help a lot of people, and this book was definitely one of them. So go check it out. Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday.